Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between LawLiet and Sock. This game taking place here on Amazonia. Alright, okay, first I gotta say this, hats off to the Warcraft 3 info folks for pairing up the map with the replay. This was something that was missing from the Warcraft 3 community back in the original day, especially when players, or advertisers started putting their own special icons on the map, and then you wouldn't be able to watch the replay unless you actually had the map that had the little icon. It didn't make any difference except, well, some replays were difficult to watch. Hats off Warcraft 3 info and the tight community of Warcraft 3 that is still bringing everyone together. But I can still hear the audio. Maybe I'll listen to War 3 radio instead. Thank you. Warcraft radio, I guess I do have a voice and face for radio, so to speak, as we are looking at, well, LawLiet opening things up with a demon hunter on the top right hand side of the map here on Amazonia. Meanwhile, on the bottom left, we're opening up with, Sock spawning as the yellow human, and it will be a classic Archmage matchup. All right. I guess I get a lot of comments about my Warcraft 3 casting, doing play-by-play, and some people wonder, like, hey, like, why do you, like, comment about everything? And, like, it's just, it's like you can see what's going on. And I guess I am just a play-by-play announcer with a little bit of color commentary and trying to throw it off to myself. It's a little bit more difficult, but it's also similar to what like Latin football announcers, like you know who it's being passed to, you can see it, and then they're just excited, and hopefully that excitement is contagious. That is the casting style that I'm going for. And I guess for Warcraft 3 Radio Wild Strikers wondering what is happening in this human versus Night Elf matchup. All right, Demon Hunter already at the 2-minute mark has used that Ancient of War to clear out those two early creep camps that are right next to his base. Ancient of War absorbing all of that damage as the Demon Hunter just now gets to level 2, picks up a Ring of Protection +3 alongside his Gloves of Haste. Down on the south side, Sock is doing a militia clear, clearing out the expansion. One water elemental already down, the second water elemental finishing up the job as the Archmage gets to level 2. Archmage does have a potion of greater healing and already taking that Brilliance Aura, or choosing to get that Brilliance Aura, as we know how important that Brilliance Aura is. All right, beautiful play by Sock right there. Burning the Archmage's mana right as the Archmage got up to 125. He's just going to end up finding himself not able to do very much as he at all, as the Demon Hunter was able to force Sock to use that Potion of Greater Healing early on. Interesting call there, as a lot of mana was burned off as well. Demon Hunter, he's going to force to retreat back, and even though he can heal up at those Moonwells, he wants to get more hit points. He doesn't want to burn off any more mana, or burn off any more mana really, as those Moonwells will end up starting to get drained trying to refill his mana pool instead of his hit point pool. Town Hall now currently being sped, built by 4 additional peasants. One scout tower here could be upgrading to tier 2, or not tier 2, arcane tower in just a moment, but we are a bit lumber strapped as Sock only has 5 peasants working on that lumber line. Demon Hunter gets another mana burn here. A new water elemental was finally placed down as the Demon Hunter tries to, absorb a little bit of damage while protecting that Archmage. All right, low hit point Footman could get taken down. One more attack should do it. The Archer gets the final arrow in the back and shoots down that Footman. All right, he wasn't even running in a straight line. He was going zigzag, but somehow Warcraft 3 arrows always find their targets. All right, coming back around, a Demon Hunter going to go straight after this Water Elemental and maybe able to get some additional experience as well. Are we going to see a good deny? Nope, no deny there. And a Sock already 2.4 experience compared to the Archmage's 2.2. All right, a little bit of losses around 25 supply compared to 32. No surprise that Sock has the larger supply count, as he does have more workers now that his expansion is up and operational. Ancient of War off to the side here. We're gonna, well, do a little bit of fighting and absorbing a bit of damage with the archers and that Forest Troll Shadow Priest. The Kobold Tunnelers should easily get taken out. I believe this is a 5-3-3 creep camp. Will it be just shy of level 3? I think so. Currently sitting at 491 experience. Meanwhile, back down on the south side here, Archmage able to pick up Slippers of Agility, and now we are looking to clear out this Renegade Wizard creep camp. One footman being pulled away from the action a little as the Renegade Wizard did apply that Lightning Shield. Alright, Archmage picks up Claws of Attack +4. Rogue now going to get taken down, and kind of odd to see like the Claws of Attacks go from 6 damage down to 5 and now down to 4. That is a major drop off in early damage overall, as the Naga Sea Witch tries to put some early pressure by hiring up at the tavern. Is it going to translate well? That is the question here, as the cold arrows could translate to a couple of additional dead footmen. Demon Hunter down to 92 hit points, going to be able to retreat back with those boots of speed. Also looks like boots of escaping for that Demon Hunter. All he needs next is, well, a staff of teleportation to be able to be everywhere he wants to be. Naga Sea Witch now making her way off to the north. Serena Scarscale. And sometimes I like just reading the names of the heroes, and what Dark Terror Demon Hunter here. There's a quick reveal off to the north. We're going to see some Mud Golems now taken down. Naga Sea Witch going after the Rock Golem creep camp as well. Archmage gonna, well, try to rush off to the north. Does have a Clarity Potion, and, well, may be able to get some easy damage onto that Forest Troll Shadow Priest, who only has 240 hit points. Cold arrows being applied to that Archmage. Archmage could have a very bad day, but an Archer and also that Forest Shadow Priest has been taken down. Shadow Meld quickly going into a reveal. Archer going to get taken down as the Archmage still at level 3 trying to retreat back. Demon Hunter going to be able to get in some slices and dices pretty consistently and easily, as the Naga Sea Witch still tries to make its way over. All right, what's going to happen? Boots of Speed quickly purchased there. Naga Sea Witch not going to be able to land those cold arrows any longer, as the Archmage, well, it takes another mana burn from that Demon Hunter. All right, no Arcane Vault that I see, and even with an Arcane Vault, I take it back that we are not yet at tier 2, so no quick potion of healing. Demon Hunter and Naga Sea Witch may try to come inside this base here, cause a bit of problems, but that Arcane Tower is now completed. We're going to see some big mana loss here overall. All right, Goblin Shredder being added into the fight as well. Rifleman trying to just, get trained up, and as he's trained up, gets straight thrown into battle. Peasants now getting taken down as well, as the Demon Hunter, well, looks to make his way forward and go after this Arcane Tower. Arcane Tower taking quite a bit of damage, getting repaired as well. Archmage drops in another Water Elemental, as the Dryads, yes, have abolished magic, quickly giving level 2 to Socks. Naga Sea Witch. Another Naga Sea Witch joins in on the battle. Cold arrows could become extremely important, as the Goblin Shredder could end up getting taken down. Are we going to see? Yes, the Goblin Shredder is taken down right there. One more cold arrow in the back. Goblin Shredder is lost, as now the armies are going to be fighting and engaging against. Again, Archmage coming back around. Footmen do not have defend. What is going down here? Archmage trying to, make a run for it. Meanwhile, this Archmage is going to try to go after this Naga Sea Witch. One Naga Sea Witch of Sock gets taken out, as the Demon Hunter wraps around in front, perhaps going to try and give Boots of Speed to the Naga Sea Witch, and that item transfer could be enough. Wow, Naga Sea Witch gets a little bit further away. Natural regeneration for the win, down to 2 hit points, maybe even 1. By the time I clicked on it, it said 2, but yeah, escaping with at near death there, as he gets a rejuvenation, or she gets a rejuvenation to join back in on the fight. I guess the question was always going to be, how big of a difference is that Claws of Attack going from 6 damage down to 5, down to 4 going to make? And in this instance, if the Archmage had Claws of Attack +5 instead of Claws of Attack +4, that Naga Sea Witch would not have made it. Water Elemental fighting back around here. Kobold Tunnelers, Kobold Taskmasters gonna get taken down. Naga Sea Witch may not get to level 2 since she's sharing the experience with the Archmage. Maybe just a little bit shy. Right. Yep, just a little bit shy right there. Naga which does have boots of speed and gloves of haste and will be able to slow down fleeing enemy units to try and pick them off. Coming back around here, Archmage looking to clear out this Renegade Wizard creep camp off to the side, but quickly realizes that it cannot do so as the Demon Hunter and Naga Witch alongside some Druids of the Claw and Dryads already in position. Sock was hoping to bank up a little bit more gold before going into low upkeep, but now quickly doing so, knowing that he has to somehow translate this economic advantage onto the battlefield. We are looking at Arcane Sanctum, training up some Spellbreakers. We are building up workshops as well, perhaps for some mortar teams, as the Naga Witch here will finally get to level 2, opening up Fork Lightning. Coming back around, Forest Trolls easily going to get cleaned up here. A little bit of healing, healing, making this Water Elemental be able to stick around in this fight just that much longer as more Spellbreakers and casters joining in on the battle here. All right, Archmage could drop in a Water Elemental. There it goes. This 1 footman down to 60 hit points. It looks like he's going to get taken down pretty easily, just freeing up supply for perhaps some more powerful higher tier units. Riflemen fighting their way through dual Water Elementals, trying to absorb as much damage as possible. Naga Witch does get Endurance Aura, so slightly faster attack speed and movement speed for this entire human army. Rock Golem going to go ahead and get taken down as well. Meanwhile, Night Elf of LawLiet doing the same exact thing, going after this Granite Golem creep camp too. Alright, Druid of the Claw in Druid form, getting in some rejuvenations, and making sure to heal up multiple units while still having decent amounts of mana. That Granite Golem, well, taking quite a few hits, but because of those, Thunderclap style attacks, able to deal quite a bit of damage and slow down the attack rate of those bears, translating into even more damage again. Demon Hunter picks up the Cloak of Flames. So we have essentially a Demon Hunter with a Circlet of Nobility. It actually looks and feels like a level 5 Demon Hunter with that Circlet of Nobility giving the stats and that immolation, well, just racking up quite a bit of that damage again. All right, all of those peasants actually wandering back off to the north, trying to hide off in different locations as the Demon Hunter is still wandering around here. Coming back around, Staff of Preservation saves a bear. Archmage and Naga Witch working together and perhaps be able to take down a Druid of the Claw or two. Naga Witch with those boots of speed, the Endurance Aura now on the Archmage, trying to catch up to some of these units. The Demon Hunter, however, down to the south here, has just been causing problems. Is he going to be able to actually break free here? Multiple farms have been placed down as the Demon Hunter is out of mana, but because of that Cloak of Flames is still a very, very big threat and target. Demon Hunter draining all of those Moonwells here. Fork Lightning coming across. Demon Hunter now sitting at level 5. Staff of Preservation for a couple of saves here as the mortar teams are able to lob attacks from the back. Druid of the Claw now taken down. Both sides in that frontline spot. No Staff of Sanctuary for the human army, so the Spellbreakers and other frontline units may end up getting taken down while the bears are still being saved. 68 supply compared to 59. Demon Hunter with a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability able to fight in that frontline spot while dishing out the damage. No worries just quite yet. All right, Fork Lightning coming back on through. Demon Hunter, well, going to get another mana burn. No, it's not. Naga Witch now gets up to level 4. Staff of Preservation for the save. Archmage now trying to retreat back as the bears are finding their way onto those Riflemen and Spellbreakers. Their normal damage, able to deal quite a bit. One Rifleman getting taken out in the final moments, and one Druid of the Claw also getting taken out in those final moments there. Archmage, Scroll of Town Portal back to the Expo. You quickly using up a Scroll of Regeneration to help with, help heal units without trying to drain the mana on all of those priests. We are still training up more Spellbreakers, only Initiate training for these priests yet, not even Adept training. Meanwhile, Sorceresses also only at Initiate training no additional mana, so no invisibility to try and get away, as it does not appear like Sok will be going for tier 3. Demon Hunter able to dive on in straight through that front door. Farms not getting the additional armor, as the Demon Hunter actually has found himself actually in a rather weird spot. You can see the peasants are actually wandering back here, and the Demon Hunter has nowhere to go. The Staff of Teleportation, the Naga Sea Witch, may be forced to try and, the mortar teams may actually open up a door out, as the Naga Sea Witch, that cooldown just in time here. All right, there's a little bit of slow. Naga Sea Witch, is she going to get surrounded, forcing a scroll of Town Portal, and I believe that is going to be the case. All right, that Demon Hunter wandered all the way through this town hall, and well, apparently the peasants had a secret passageway in the back to try and escape their stalker, and the Demon Hunter simply had nowhere to go. Wow, like I think that's what I enjoy about Warcraft 3. These small moments that after 20 plus years of watching a Warcraft 3 game, you still get come across instances where you just simply were not expecting it. It was like these peasants were like working in a horror story, and like I don't know, the killer breaks through the farm and then tries to chase all of the peasants out. One of the peasants, I don't know, whoever the first kill is in a horror story, the pretty girl, unable to escape while everyone else escapes out the back. I don't know. That's just like a perfect analogy, or a perfect, yeah. Just that seems so right. All right, so rebuilding that farm in that frontline spot, Demon Hunter will be forced to take a little bit of time to try to make their way through. The Arcane Tower drained a lot of the Demon Hunter's mana, so these Moonwells have been constantly also filling up the Demon Hunter's mana in addition to those hit points, making Moonwell mana management a bit more difficult. Coming back around, we still see that Sok does not, or LawLiet does not have that expo off to the north. Druids of the Claw unit's going to be trying to dive on in here. Arcane Tower, a little bit of mana loss. Druids of the Claw are getting ready to engage. 64 supply compared to 58. Militia could be called over as the engagement gets underway. What is happening here is all the sorceresses, the priest, all those units in the back able to do quite a bit. Meanwhile, Naga Sea Witch going to get a Staff of Preservation and get teleported back home. Remember, Moonwell management has been difficult for LawLiet. So the Naga Sea Witch here, it is now midday, and all of those Moonwells are pretty much just drained. All right, heroes are going to be separated just a little bit here. Fork Lightning going down. Archmage trying to fight his way through. Naga Sea Witch is back in position, as Dryads could easily get blasted down here. Druids of the Claw finding their targets onto some of those Spellbreakers as the units are getting underway. Demon Hunter trying to dive on in. Another Fork Lightning going down. Staff of Preservation for the save, as the Naga Sea Witch is currently low on mana. One Druid of the Claw getting taken down. Sorceresses, Priest, Mortar teams trying to retreat back, and somehow, even though Sok is the one retreating, he's actually the one dishing out quite a bit of damage, as those Mortar teams and those Druids of the Claw are starting to take quite a bit over time. Naga Sea Witch trying to retreat back. She has now the Scroll of Town Portal in order to try and stay alive here, as the Druids of the Claw realize, wait a second, my Staff of Preservations do not have infinite use. Even a 30-second cooldown is a cooldown indeed, and those units are now trying to fall back. Druid of the Claw, there's another Staff of Preservation there. Naga Sea Witch gets a cold arrow into the back of that Druid, of that Spellbreaker, and more damage still racking up here. Are we going to see another Druid of the Claw taken down? Yes, we are. Both sides suffering heavy losses, but the slow on those sorceresses really making a difference, as the Naga Sea Witch falls at level 4 for Sok. Sok able to get the quick resurrection there, but any momentum that LawLiet, Sok getting the resurrection onto that Naga Sea Witch there. Any momentum that Sok may have been able to gather in that counter push seemingly coming to an end. Go Crota 3. Coming back through. Thank you for the follows. All right. Thank you. Just thank you for the follows. All right, Archmage, Sorceress, Rifleman, Spellbreakers, trying to get regathered up, rehealed. Meanwhile, Well, are the Staff of Preservations constantly saving these Druids of Claw? Is it going to be enough of a difference? Sok now currently behind in terms of army size, well, about the same 54 to 52. Experience much higher on Sok, as Sok was able to save his units while, LawLiet was able to save his units while Sok was just forced to just try and retrain them. Experience. Experience definitely in favor off over here, as we see a Fork Lightning taking down a handful of peasants right there. Back to WarCraft raid. Thank you. Since I was redirected here, I will follow this channel. Well, got to keep the WarCraft 3 community strong, right? Got to keep it strong. Archmage, Naga Sea Witch, Flying Machines now joining in on the fight as well. Still, you can see Sok wondering that there is no expo off to the north, and what is going to go down here, as the main gold mines only have a minute and a half left. Demon Hunter Naga Sea Witch has been trying to play this game of harassment, but will it really translate well? Demon Hunter back off to the north does have rejuvenation. Naga Sea Witch will be, well, making her way back as well. That level 3 Fork Lightning really causing quite a bit of problems. Micro Jordan approves this channel. Thank you. Off to the north side here, Naga Sea Witch going to gain some additional experience. Archmage may actually want to try to dive on in, get a little bit of experience as well. No, going to be 15 experience shy of level 5 himself. I've been stumbling over which player is which, calling Sok LawLiet and LawLiet Sok, but yeah, that non-stop following. Well, thank you back to WarCraft, up to 512. I guess I can try and do a bonus game today. Yeah, I'll do one more bonus cast after this, because of Back to Warcraft's raid. But anyways, let's focus on this game here. All right, Fly Machines scouting out overhead. It appears like, well, like LawLiet wants to set up an expansion. Amazonia only has one expansion each, and those expansions are actually fairly large. Still plenty of time to mine off of that base. I believe it starts off with 20,000 gold. So yeah, with 20,000 gold, some other expansions only have 12,000. Hence, the reason we're still able to well, mine gold without worry here for Sok. We're going to be looking at some engagement here, and now this is, or sorry, LawLiet now being forced to try and set up an expo and try to take a little bit more land. Mana Flare here, Scroll of Protection also being used. The Dryads are not on auto dispel, as we're looking at the Sorceresses getting, well, melted down here. Mortar Teams and Riflemen able to lob those attacks from behind, as the Demon Hunter may be forced to use a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability there. Staff of Preservation for the save, as the Druid of the Claw is being forced to retreat back again. Flying Machines do not have any bombs, are just keeping up in the air, and was able to clean up many of those fairy dragons. Druid of the Claw getting taken down there. Peasants absorbing some of the Fork Lightning. That was not the target that I believe LawLiet was going for, so just sacrificing up those peasants here. As we can see, the Tree of Eternity has now migrated on over. All right, Druid of the Claw going to get taken down here. Mortar Teams going after the Tree of Eternity, but may be forced to join in the battle, as now LawLiet has Superman with Metamorphosis activated. That ranged Chaos Poison damage, splash damage, really racking up a lot here, as we can see, well, LawLiet having the expansion up and operational now. Main gold mines have come to an end. I can't really say it's an expansion. The Tree of Eternity has been moved. But a downside for that is Staff of Preservations may not be actually able to save your units. This is a situation where Sok needs to attack the Expo. By attacking the Expo and removing the Staff of Preservation from the equation and being able to finish off units and build up on his momentum. He has a sizable army advantage, 75 compared to 56. It is the hero level advantage that is the problem, as the Demon Hunter's Metamorphosis cooldown has come to an end. All right, Dryads now trying to retreat back. There's that Staff of Preservation, and well, now he needs to run all the way back to those Moonwells in order to get healed. This is going to be a tough spot for LawLiet, just positionally, as the Naga Sea Witch and the Archmage will try to zone out the Druids of the Claw, allowing the Mortar teams to get in some bombardment attacks onto this Tree of Eternity. Tree of Eternity already down to 1,300 hit points and steadily dropping as the Wisps are trying to repair here. All right, what's going down? Both sides are fighting their way through. The Mortar teams need to join back in on the main fight here. Cannot just be attacking buildings as the Druids of the Claw trying to charge in again. Archmage trying to get in some damage here. There's some low hit point Druids of the Claw. Could be easy pickings as we now see Tornado being cast by the Naga Sea Witch. Here picking up those Spellbreakers. Mortar teams, are they going to be able to finish off any of these units here? There's a Staff of Preservation onto the Demon Hunter, who is still very much close by and in this battle. The Priests are trying to get in on some damage here. There goes one Druid of the Claw. There goes another Fork Lightning across 3 very low hit point casters who are going to be forced to try and rebuild now. More Scout Towers trying to be built as well, as the Wisp may be forced to come back off and try and get some repairs. All right, Human Army continuing to engage here. Scroll of Town Portal coming back. Where Scroll of Town Portal? No, that was Staff of Teleportation. Coming back in. Demon Hunter trying to dive in on the back line here. Archmage actually getting caught in a very, very tough spot, and now Dryads are getting there too. All right, are we going to see some Mortar Team invisibility onto the Archmage in order to get away as the Archmage attacks back the other side with the Potion of Invulnerability as well? Dryads are slowly getting cleaned up here, and now it looks as though Sock is going to be able to defeat LawLiet because of the positioning on that there. Naga Sea Witch finally falls, and in the final moments, the last couple of Druids of the Claw may be able to give the Archmage level 6, opening up Mass Teleport and breaking this game wide open. Off to the north side here, Mortar teams are still cleaning up that Tree of Eternity, splitting the difference here, 29 supply compared to 76, and that Druid of the Claw gets taken down, giving level 6 to that Archmage. All right, back off to the north side here, Metamorphosis online here. I do different games. I often try to do different games than back to WarCraft. Anyways, coming back around here, beautiful, beautiful game by Sock over LawLiet. LawLiet holding on for quite, or not even holding on, holding his own for much of the game until that main gold mine was depleted, forcing that Tree of Eternity to walk on over to the expo to get additional gold, and did solve the gold problems, but opened up another can of worms. Staff of Preservation, which LawLiet was using so effectively for so long, became neutralized, and, well, the Mortar teams were able to get in some big damage, forcing engagements, and then the Mortar teams correctly switched targets onto the armies. So great heads-up play by Sock to do exactly that. Let me know what you guys thought about this game in the comments below.